Hello all and welcome to the Department of Physics. I am Sneha Bua. I'll be starting with the second chapter of Astronomy and Astrophysics, that is astronomical instruments. Astronomy is basically an observational science. For thousands of years, man has to rely on his eyes for observing celestial objects. Later, he developed and used some simple devices like mnemon and sundials. Now, these devices which were used in ancient time, okay, uh, were used to determine the changes in seasons, orientations, and geographical latitudes. But the real breakthrough came with the discovery of telescope in Holland in 1608 and its applications which were done by scientist Galileo in 1610. Telescope is an instrument which is used to collect electromagnetic radiations. Now, depending upon which wavelength of this radiation is being detected by this telescope, there are different types of telescopes and different designs of the telescope. A telescope primarily acts as light or radiation collectors and accurate pointing devices. The collected light has to be analyzed and recorded by these telescopes. Hence, telescope acts as light collectors, analyzers, and detectors. Okay, or we can call them as electromagnetic radiation collectors, analyzers, and detectors. Now, on the surface of Earth, we have either optical telescope or radio telescope, as the atmosphere of Earth is transparent only to these two types of electromagnetic radiations. Now, the details of these different types of telescopes we will see in the later lectures. Before actually studying the telescopes and the observations made by them, the basic thing that we should know is the units of the distance which are used in astronomy and astrophysics. Now, the cosmic objects that we are going to observe by using these astronomical instruments or telescopes, they are very far away from the Earth. Okay, so that is why the units that we use in our day-to-day life to measure the distance, that is meter, centimeter, kilometers, etc., those units are somewhat like not sufficient to measure those distances. Okay, so that is why the units of distance we should know in the astronomy, and those units of the distance that are to be studied by us are, the first one is light years. I know you must have heard all these units. In this lecture we will see the definitions and the conversions of these units. Second one is astronomical unit, and the third one is parsec. Now, one by one, we will see the definitions of these units and their conversions into the units of the distance, that is meters and kilometers. Now, the first one is light years. Now, the in electromagnetic spectrum, all the radiations or all kinds of radiations, they travel with the same speed in a vacuum. Okay, and that speed is denoted by c, which is equals to 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. We also call this as speed of light. We also call this as speed of light. Now, since the speed of light is a finite number, that is 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second is a finite number, that is why light takes finite amount of time to reach from different objects on the earth. For example, from sun, light takes around 8 minutes and 20 seconds to reach the Earth. Now, if you consider from Proxima Centauri, what is Proxima Centauri? Is the second nearest star to the Earth. From that star, light takes around 4.2 years to reach the Earth. From Andromeda galaxy, it takes around 2.5 million years to reach the Earth. From these figures, you can get an idea of how much amount of time light is taking to reach the Earth. So how much far away these objects from us. That is why we need to reframe these units of the distance while we are measuring the distances between these objects in the space. So light years can be defined as, or the distance of the astronomical objects, they may be expressed in terms of time required for reaching the light from those objects to the surface of Earth. That is why light years can be defined as distance traveled by light in vacuum in 1 year. Now we will see the conversion of this one light year into the unit of distance, that is meters or kilometers. Now in 1 year, the average number of days in 1 year is 365.25 days. Why 365.25? We are considering here the leap years as well. So in 1 year we have these many days. Now these days, we will convert these days into seconds. 365.25 days into, there are 24 hours in 1 day. 1 hour is equals to 60 minutes. 1 minute is equals to 60 seconds. Okay, so which is equals to 3.156 into 10 raised to 7 seconds. We have converted year into seconds. Now we know speed of light. Speed of light c is equals to 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per seconds. So what do we want to find out? We want to find out distance traveled by light in the time of 1 year. So the distance traveled in 1 year is equals to time taken into velocity of light. So time taken is 3.156 into 10 raised to 7 seconds into 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second, which is equals to 9.47 into 10 raised to 15 meters, or 9.47 into 10 raised to 12 kilometers. So here we have got the relation between 1 light year and kilometer. So 1 light year is equals to 9.47 into 10 raised to 12 kilometers. It means that in 1 year light travels this much amount of distance. Okay, from the powers of these 10, that is 10 raised to 12, you should be getting the hugeness of these numbers. Okay, and the hugeness of the distance that these objects are far away from us. Now similarly you can find out one light day, one light hour. So this is an like homework for you. You have to calculate one light day in terms of kilometers, in one light hour in terms of kilometers, etc. Okay, so this is homework for you people. Now we will move towards the second unit that we are going to study today, that is astronomical unit. The second one is astronomical unit. We will directly define this astronomical unit. It is the average distance. It is the average distance between Sun and Earth. The average distance between Sun and Earth is called as one astronomical unit or astronomical unit. It is denoted as AU. Okay, so the distance between the average distance between the Sun and Earth is equals to 1.5 into 10 raised to 11 meters, which is 1.5 into 10 raised to 8 kilometers. So one astronomical unit is equals to 1.5 into 10 raised to 8 kilometers. Now here one thing that we have to consider or we have to take into mind is the word which average, which is used to define the astronomical unit. Why we are saying here the average distance? Because the trajectory of Earth around the Sun. Okay, what is the trajectory of Earth around the Sun? This is Sun, and this is the trajectory of Earth around the Sun. So it is not perfectly spherical, it is somewhat elliptical. So what happens due to elliptical trajectory? At one point the distance of Earth and Sun is very less, okay, or Earth is very close to the Sun, and at one point it is very far away from the Sun. So that is why we have to consider the average distance between the Sun and the Earth. It takes, you know that it takes like 1 year or 365 days to complete one revolution around the Sun, and while doing that, for twice it is far away from the Sun, and for twice it is very near to the Sun. That is why we consider the average distance always. So this is the second unit that we have studied today, which is astronomical unit, and the definition is the average distance between the Sun and the Earth. The conversion is, we know the distance between Sun and Earth, which is 1.5 into 10 raised to 11. So one astronomical unit is 1.5 into 10 raised to 11 meters. The third unit that we are going to study is parsec. Now 1 parsec is equals to, first I will draw a diagram so that you will understand it very clearly and easily. Now this diagram is like, if there are suppose two objects, object A and object B, okay, A and B, and the distance between A and B is of 1 astronomical unit. Okay, A and B are 1 astronomical unit far away from each other, 1 AU. So the point at which these two objects will subtend an angle of 1 arc second. This is point O, and this angle is equals to 1 arc second. So this distance OB is known as 1 parsec. So if you want to define 1 parsec, parsec is also denoted as PC. Okay, so 1 parsec is equals to, parsec is equal to the length, so that the length so that the 2 points separated by 1 astronomical unit, they subtend an angle of 1 arc second. 1 parsec is equal to the length so that 2 points separated by 1 astronomical unit AU subtends an angle of 1 arc second. Subtends an angle of 1 arc seconds. This is the definition of 1 parsec. Now again we will see the conversion of this distance. Okay, now this 1 parsec is in the in terms of angle. It depends upon the angle that is made by these two objects which are 1 astronomical unit apart from each other. So 1 arc second is equals to pi by 180 into 1 by 60 into 1 by 60, which is equals to 4.848 into 10 raised to minus 6 radians. Now we know that angle is equals to arc upon radius. Therefore this angle 1 arc second we have converted into radians, so this angle, that is 4.848 into 10 to the power minus 6, is equals to arc upon radius. What is arc? Arc is AB, that is 1 astronomical unit, so AU upon radius is 1 parsec. What do we want to find out? We want to find out the relation between 1 parsec in terms of or we want to define parsec in terms of kilometers. So 1 parsec is equals to 1.5 into 10 raised to 11 meters divided by 4.848 into 10 raised to minus 6 radians, which is equals to 3.09 into 10 raised to 16 meters. In terms of kilometers, it will become 3.09 into 10 raised to 13 kilometers. Therefore, here we have found out the relation between 1 parsec is equals to 3.09 into 10 raised to 13 kilometers. So in this way we have seen here the three units of the distance that we should know before we start studying the telescopes and the observations made by them. So the first one is light years, second one is astronomical unit, and third one is the parsec. Okay, light years, its conversion into kilometers, astronomical unit, and parsec. Now there is a homework to you. Find out relation between parsec and light years. Okay, this is homework to you. Thank you, and we will meet in the next lecture.